Okay, so we're just going to do a quick tutorial here that's related to your economics, and this is going to come at us from study session 4, and it will handle questions such as calculating the profit maximizing output and being able to find this by equating marginal revenue equal to marginal cost. Now, in order to find the marginal revenue and the marginal cost, we may be given a table. And if we're given a table, then that's nice and easy. We could find marginal revenue equal to the change in total revenue over the change in output. And for marginal cost, this would be the change in the total cost over the change in output. So that's nice and easy if they give us a table. Well, what we're going to handle here is, what if they give us equations and we have to calculate the first derivative of these equations? So let's just get an example. Suppose we're given the total cost is equal to 50 plus 40q plus 20q squared. Now this is going to be given in a table somewhere in your multiple choice question. So what we're looking to do is get this from total cost down to marginal cost. So to get it down to marginal cost, what we're going to do is take the first derivative of this total cost equation. So in order to take the first derivative of the equation, what we're going to do is use a general format, and the general format is q to the exponent n. To take the first derivative, this will become n times q to the exponent n minus 1. So this is our general format for calculating and finding the first derivative. So it's not difficult at all. So let's just take these components in the equation one by one. We've got 50 here. Well, 50, there's no q behind it. So that's going to just drop down to a limit of 0. Okay, we'll fill this in for our marginal cost. Let's get down to the next component here, 40q. Well, this is 40q to the exponent 1. So 1 times 40, that's going to be 40. And then this will be to the times q to the exponent 1 minus 1, that's 0. So that's just 1. So we will just be left with 40. And this is plus. Now the next one, plus, and let's do it for this term here, 20q squared. So we will have 2 times 20, which is 40. And then this will be q to the exponent 2 minus 1, or just to the exponent 1. So the marginal cost is equal to 40 plus 40q. Let's do it again for a total revenue. Suppose they gave us total revenue equal to 190q minus 5q squared. So can we take the first derivative here to get down to marginal revenue? So this is something that you should be able to do. So let's just do it here. So we've got 190q to the exponent 1. So we'll do 1 times 190. So that will give me 190. And this will be q to the exponent 1 minus 1, which is 0. So that's just q to the exponent 0, which is 1. So we're left with 190. Now this part of the equation, we've got minus 2 times 5, which is 10. Q to the exponent 2 minus 1, which is just 1. So we have marginal revenue is now equal to 190 minus 10q. And for the profit maximizing output level, we can now calculate this. This is exactly where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. So let's just set these two equations equal. 190 minus 10q is equal to 40 plus 40q. So we end up with 150 is equal to 50q. Q is equal to 3. So our profit maximizing output occurs at a quantity of 3. So with this quick tutorial, I think that you should be able to handle 1 or 2 questions on the exam. This comes from our Economics Study Session 4, and the concepts that you're talking about here are the profit maximizing output level, being able to calculate marginal revenue and marginal cost. If they give us a table, we know we can use the approximations with our formulas. If they give us equations now for total cost and total revenue, we can now calculate the first derivative with a very simple equation, knowing that we can take the exponent and bring it down in front, and then it's the exponent minus 1. So I hope this quick tutorial helps. Thanks.